A mk2 flight bow. It'll be the same limbs, but I've cut, well, you can see, sort of 4.5 to 5 inches off each limb tip. I've slimmed the root of the limb down to 30mm wide, about 20mm deep, and tried to get them both as similar as possible. And one's got a bit more reflex, I'll make that the lower limb. The other thing is I've got some decent plywood, but rather than dive straight in and make a new one and find it's not the draw weight I want or it's not tillered correctly, what I'll do is I'll convert the old riser section into a new slimmer riser with a lot of this removed and a nice big hole so I can support it on the tiller tree and tiller it properly. It dawned on me, one of the reasons I misjudged the draw weight, and it's a lot lower than I thought, is when I hung the bow up, I was pulling directly on the string. Whereas normally I have it on the tiller tree and I'm pulling via a couple of pulleys, which gives me a 2-to-1 advantage. Anyhow, I've done a couple of sketches of what the new one will look like. I may or may not have that hole. I'll have to look at my selection of holes I've got in one of the cupboards, see if I've got a right size hole to put in there. But you can see in cross section I've kept the shoot through the same width, but the lower section, because the limbs are now slimmer, will be slimmer. So my arm, which will be here, my forearm will be here, will be better in line with the bow. So I shouldn't get so much of that torque when I shoot it. It should also be a little bit lighter and just generally nicer. It's quite fun drawing stuff up the old-fashioned way. None of your fancy CAD and all that. Anyway, we'll let you know how it goes. But I'm going to try and tiller it first this time, and I'm going to look for 40 to 50 pound draw weight, something like that. So that's how the new limb arrangement will look, and it's all going to be held together with screws this time for ease of messing around. But that's coming on quite quick because I haven't got to mess around waiting for glue to go off, and the actual support point here may be cut back. Should probably be about there and there. But what I can do is radius it and just put a piece of leather or something just to try and avoid stressing it at a point. Anyway, coming on. Well, that's the new visor screwed together. You can see there's a few gaps here and there. But and it will be rather tight on the limbs, but that's not a bad thing. I could saw all this off, because that's where it's going to be supported on the tiller, but you never know, I could leave that because I may want to turn it into a shootable bow. But the main point about having it slimmer is my left arm will be much closer to the line of force where it's actually drawn. But the finished visor, you know, the Mark II, what I'll do is I'll saw out these sections here. Hang on, it's easier to show you if I put it in the vise. If I saw out these sections, then it'll all fall in half. But if I glue on side pieces like this, that'll hold it together and you'll get back to the original width, while still leaving it narrow there where my arm will go. That's the sort of game plan. But this is just so I can tiller the limbs. I'll probably tidy it up and fill in all these holes that I don't need with filler, so I don't get confused and screw it up round the wrong way, because I've already done that and it's very confusing. That's the bow with the limbs all bolted up into the test riser. So I can hang it on the wall. I can have a look at the string alignment. Let's have a quick shufty now. Oh yeah, those limbs That looks pretty good to me. I'll have to make stringer knocks on it this time because it was alright pig to string last time, even only at £32. So next thing will be get it up on the tiller. I think that will probably do for me first short video of the Mark II.